Hello, fams, faves, likes, and loves, and those souls I have yet to meet. This is Jeffrey DeShawn, the Inspired Muse, with your Tuesday morning pep talk. This week's pep talk theme is snakes on the plane. You heard it right. Snakes on the plane. And I don't mean the movie, although, it was a seemingly entertaining movie. I don't mean the planes in the sky. I mean snakes on the plane of your life. Snakes on the landscape of your life. And it may be, the plane of your life, right? Your life as the vessel in which you are navigating your journey. But here's the point. What is Jeffrey DeShawn talking about? Well, we've always known that there have been snakes on the plane. We go through periods and times in our lives, and I know many may feel this way as I do, that we are in a period of time in our life in the world, and particularly here in the United States of America, where the snakes on the plane have identified themselves, have exposed, have come to the surface to move about as the rest of us. And they have come hungry. They have come seeking. And there's a lot of us that are shocked. We're in a place of shock and awe because we are being reminded that there are snakes on the plane. But that's okay, because there have always been snakes on the plane. And we have always known that there have been snakes on the plane. And it is moments like this in the world and in our lives when there's a high level of vulnerability and there's a high level of confusion, and time has passed, right? When they have been dormant, when they have been starving, they come out. When there's vulnerability, when there's confusion and they're hungry and they come out to the surface and there's so much confusion swirling and the food is just being tossed back and forth like a tennis match, and they can just jump up and grab. Because folks are in the midst of confusion and chaos, folks are distracted. And so the snake can sit in plain sight and just eat and devour. Well, don't you worry, because again, we have always known that there have been snakes on the plane. And just as those snakes wait for moments of vulnerability to sit and to feed and gorge, so that then they can go back into the shadows of the boughs of the plane of our existence, of the plane of the travel of our journey, just as we know how the snake operates. Well, here you are today as a survivor in your life's journey, on your plane of existence, and just how you know how the snake moves, you now know what to do. And it's okay. Don't get dismayed that there's snakes that have popped up on your plane, along your journey, along your way, and that they have shown up, and they've shown up hungry. That's all right, because we know the nature of a snake and what a snake does. And so this time, as we said last week, shields up. You got this. Your shield is up. You are walking forward, and boop. Oh, there are snakes on the plane. That's okay, because shield's up and we are ready. And so what do? You pick your tool. We've talked about this. You pick your tool, just like the snake has come ready to eat and devour and consume so it can go back in the shadows. We know that. Well, we'll allow it to, because this time we know we are also ready, because it will not go back into the shadows and sit and wait until another time to devour, because this time we have picked our tools and we are ready to cut the head off the snake, right? Oh, you ready? You know the snakes are on the plane. You know where they're at, where they're coming from. So this time, you are ready to cut the head off that snake and not let it go back into the shadows of the plane of your journey. So don't you worry that there are snakes on the plane. We have always known that there are snakes on the plane, and they come hungry and seeking. But that's all right, because we know and we are ready. And when you know and you ready, well, you know what I'm going to say. All things are possible and nothing is out of reach. So go forth this week, and as you are maybe reflecting on some snakes that have popped up along the plane of your journey in existence, or maybe there's a new snake that have popped up recently, as you step back and reflect, don't get scared and worried that there's snakes on the plane, because we've known that there were snakes on the plane. Pick your tool. Get yourself ready. and chop that head off so it can't scurry back into the shadows and wait to feed again. All right, that's your Tuesday morning pep talk. Go forth, be ready. Don't worry about them snakes on the plane. Pick your tool, chop the head off, and go forth and be ready. And in that, all things are possible and nothing is out of reach. I'm Jeffrey DeShawn, the Inspired Muse, and that's been your Tuesday morning pep talk.